Women.
I'm not gonna say nothing. You're right.
But why? Why do they do that?
A large part is because in whatever year it was, 1970, I forget, they introduced this thing called no fault divorce. So you could just leave. And it was also marketed that you're unhappy, just leave.
Why did I think you was gonna bring up something about the bras? But anyway,
The what?
nothing. So nothing, nothing. Just gonna talk about the freedom of. Okay, but you said no fault divorce, and that's what caused women to start leaving their spouses.
That's
Why
when
would
you
they
start
leave
seeing
though if
and
everything was okay? Were they cheating or were they being abused? Like what was the reason why they left?
Were they oppressed?
In
were
another
they?
word, being abused. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. What were the
No
reasons?
fault divorces. Oh, you don't necessarily need a reason. It's not. Yeah, I'm unhappy. I just don't want to do it anymore. I just not feeling it anymore.
So let me ask you, like, okay, so now in 2025, a woman saying she's not happy, or it could be it could be numerous things. It could be she's genuinely not happy, or it could be she thinks the grass is greener on the other side, or it could be she talking to the next. Like it could be any of those things. But back in the 70s, do you think that she thought that the grass wasn't greener, or she was talking to somebody else? Like she didn't have the access to be talking to another man or even another woman to find out what was going on in their household. Like, do you really think that it had anything to do with outside influence? I'm asking. I know you didn't say that, but I'm asking. Or do you think that maybe she was actually really being treated wrong?
I don't think that most women who file for divorces are being cheated on, being abused, or being treated wrong to the extent that it's worth them wrecking their marriages. In the 70s and prior to that, it was more understood, especially in our community, that we need each other and we need to be together because this is what makes the most sense for the family unit to survive. And as no fault divorce became a thing, and as feminism rose, and as it was more marketed as everything is towards women to prioritize their happiness and focus on themselves and what they need to do, then that's when you start seeing marriage is not lasting and divorce rates going up because we always talk about she's not happy. Is he happy?
Do you think that emasculated men
Hold up, hold
somewhat?
up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Okay, yeah,
Respond to
let's
what I
go.
just said. Respond to what I just said. Is he always happy?
Probably
No.
not. Maybe not.
Have you ever heard the phrase men will sacrifice their happiness for their family, women will sacrifice their family for their
Oh
happiness?
my. I actually have not heard that. But then when you said it, it makes me put my mind into how women sacrifice everything, especially for their kids to keep their household together, even if they're not happy. I think
Mm.
that, honestly, I'm not trying to be on man or woman side, but I honestly feel like that would be more so the woman that would do anything and deal with anything, cheating, being abused, all the things, just to keep their family together for their children's sake.
Then why are 70 to 80% of them the ones filing for divorce?
Because they can't take
Maybe
it anymore. They can't take it
maybe they
anymore.
get to that point where they can't take it no more. And that's Keisha took the words out of my mouth. They get to that point where they just can't. It's either their life or no life, and they got to do
Or,
what they got to do.
or I've said this plenty of times. I can do bad all by myself. I don't need to. I don't need you bringing me down. If I can do
And
bad
we're
myself.
not we're not
And
going
guess
into a
what?
Tyler Perry
And the
plot
men and the
because
men that also sacrifice their happiness and suffer as well, they at least understand, well, it's better if I keep my family together.
there are
But
Because we
some
have
men.
to go out
You're
into the
right.
world and be providers and protectors. We literally are expected to die for you.
hey,
If
Crystal.
somebody comes into the house, if there's a bump in the night, I have to get up to investigate it to protect this family. I literally have to put my life on the line and be willing to
Yeah, but that's what
die
you were
for
made to
you.
do.
So again, so if this is hardwired in us, just imagine what men just go
Acceptance,
through in the
maybe.
world, just in life, period. We're not always happy, but we understand the importance of keeping this family together.
I get you. And women are not always, you know, in a marriage, you're not always happy. It's not like you're just sunshine and rainbows all the way
But
through.
we're not the
No.
ones leaving.
Crank, I understand your point. Like you're saying, men aren't the ones leaving, but
Maybe they're not leaving because
it's
they got the
almost,
side chick
it's
and they don't need to
almost,
leave.
it's almost coming across like you're saying that it's a problem that women are leaving.
Yes, yes, it is a problem because
Why
our
is it?
community is destroyed behind it. Black boys are reading at a fourth grade level. Our families are not
Wait,
together.
You're saying that black
Repeat that.
families are destroyed
What did
because
you
of women?
say? Women, we are not. We're the most educated group. What are you talking about?
Most enrolled does not mean most educated. I
No,
said
no.
black boys are reading at a fourth grade level on
Because their
average.
moms left?
Because
Just in
the mothers
general.
are around.
No. But I'm asking, what did that statistic? Did that come from because moms left their husbands?
There's a lot of statistics that what I'm talking about is the state of the black community right now. Okay, let me ask you this. Is the black community better right now than it was post-slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights era?
No.
Okay. And around
I
that
would
time is when we were still staying married, right?
I don't think that it's worse.
no, I would
That's what
disagree.
you don't think that you think that we're better now than we were back then?
No, I honestly
When I,
think that the black community is survived. Like we've done what we needed to do forever, and I feel like we in there like swimwear. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But I don't think that it's declined. I don't think it's gotten better. I just think that we're surviving. That's
I
really
Okay.
think,
what I think.
I
So
think we have a
again,
lot
black boys
more.
are reading at a fourth grade level. This is part of the decline.
Check this
Okay,
Okay,
out.
why
but
is it reading
what do
my
you
question is why are they
hold
reading
on,
at fourth grade level?
Crank? What are you equating black boys reading at a fourth grade level to? Are you what is the correlation? What do you?
That's just one statistic. There's a bunch of statistics that lends to the state of the black community right now. And what
In
we need to do
2025.
is, can I finish, please? Can y'all
Yes.
stop cutting me off? Don't respond emotionally. Listen to what's being said. I know y'all are women. I know that's kind of hard to like just listen without your emotions and everything being involved and not getting triggered. But try to listen logically to what's being said at the very least. This isn't about you or you. This is about us as a community. As a community, we're not where we need to be. Y'all are the lowest number of women that's going to get married in your lifetime. 25%. The next lowest number is white women, and that's 54%. All these other races in the United States of America, after that, all these other races go up in number of which women are going to get married. What is it that Hispanic women, Indian women, Chinese women, Mexican women, what is it that they have figured out that for some reason our women don't have figured out?
Shutting the fuck up. I can
First
tell
of
you.
all, first of all,
No. Let me answer this real quick. Shutting the fuck up. Number one. Number
wow,
two, being
sounds
able to
very
communicate at the same time. That's
sounds very
another. You
sounds
feel me?
very
Also,
misogynistic. Sounds very misogynistic.
understanding what sacrifice really is and what it really means to
Don't
sacrifice.
don't do that. Women sacrifice
No,
all.
just I'm saying
That
what the fuck I'm saying, and I mean it.
that
And
actually
again,
hurts.
and I'm a even say it in a different way. You feel me? Because of the fact of now it's become a base where as though most, especially, and this, and I've learned this personally just by living in California. Most other races, and they love. I won't even lie to you. Every woman out this motherfucker, from the Russians to the Native Americans to the Hispanics to the, you feel me, different Asian, all the different Asians, they love black men.
Yeah.
They love them, and 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 I'm talking about from the hoodest of the hood to the blue collar of the blue collar,
Okay,
with
and
no judgment.
Can I just say
uh,
one thing? You guys,
go
as
ahead.
black men, be careful what you say about black women, especially on social media and on platforms. If you got something to
I'm
say,
not tripping
I'm just
about it.
saying, hold on. I'm just saying, if you got something to say about black women, say that to us privately. Don't put that crap out there for the world, because they come for us on a regular basis. Like,
On the
don't get
regular.
up here.
On the
Let me
Don't get
regular.
up here. Hold on. Don't get up here and bash us, because that's not okay. You know that we're stronger than any other race on this planet. You know that. We've been through hell and back, and we'll go through hell and back for a good man.
I
A
mean,
good man that
but
deserves it. We
that's
will
the
do that.
problem right
We will do
there.
that. But I'm saying, you
And
saying that we
listen,
don't know how to.
listen though. First
I
of
don't have
all,
nothing else to
listen.
say.
It's this. It's the logic behind that too. It doesn't matter what the fuck, you feel me, it's typed on this internet or said in this internet, you feel me? Because real life is real life. You motherfuckers will sit there and take that shit. We just talked about this earlier. It don't matter who says what in these comments and all that type of shit. None of that matters, because your real life is gonna keep going, regardless of any fucking factor. Y'all value the bullshit that y'all see on these phones more than what's in front of you. A nigga can't. Oh, I heard if you do this, that, and the third, then you gotta be gay. I heard, you feel me? If the man ain't making this amount of money, he gonna always be broke. These statistics that y'all go on, that shit is reality for
Don't
y'all.
say y'all.
No, because that's the problem right there. Instead of taking it, you gotta personalize it. Y'all, it's a group. When it comes down to men bashing and how motherfuckers talk about men and niggas ain't this or is this, that, and the third,
You ain't never
we
heard me,
take
man.
that.
You ain't never heard me bash a black man ever, because I will not. I won't. Tell me when. Tell me when. Tell me when.
Listen,
Again,
listen.
no, that's a deflection. We're talking
Listen
about
though, that's what I'm saying.
generalities.
Like, you gotta listen though. It's it's
Okay.
it's
It's a
it's the
general
factor
thing. It's
of,
a general thing. You throwing generality at me for me to say, "Oh, you're right." I don't know how that feels, because I don't feel the same way the people you talk about feel.
but again, instead of taking what's being said, you hearing it and you attacking it. You gotta. That's the first flaw right there.
Aren't
Listen,
you
listen,
doing the
listen, listen,
same
listen, listen.
thing?
I'm gonna break something down to you. That right there is the first flaw. You feel me? That comes one of the first flaws that comes in to having communication when it comes down to a black man to a black woman. If the whole fact of it is, if I can't explain to you, if I like, even if I had to dumb it down, I'm willing to dumb it down. But the whole fact of it is, if I can't explain it without the controversial back and forth, then I'll never be able to communicate with you neither. You'll always be argumentative. It'll always be that shit. Sometimes you gotta, again, I don't it and it took me a while, because at first I'm like, damn, why niggas gotta say it like that? But now that I'm a grown ass man, I understand. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Shut
Okay.
the fuck up. Cause
Can
again,
I?
as a man myself, I gotta pick my battles too. I had
Mhm.
to. Because the whole fact of it is, and we talking through both ways, for me, because as a man, I gotta hold my tongue. If it's either go to jail, it's either die right here, go to jail, because that nigga said the wrong thing right there. I gotta pick and choose my battles, or I'm gonna go the fuck home. You feel me? It's gonna frustrate me that I ain't knock your dick in the dirt, or you feel me, whatever. But the whole fact of it is, I gotta think about, I got a family at home. I can't just be the prideful slick 600. I can't just be. I'm not from Philly. I'm from Baltimore. I gotta be a different type of nigga though. You feel what I'm saying? All of these things come into this factor. But again, I hate the fact that, huh? I thought one answer my bad. So I hate the fact of when it comes down to the word sacrifice and all that type of shit, the first thing a motherfucker say is, but y'all don't do it more than women. First of all, we not talking about Bessie and Grandma Elizabeth and Frida and them from back in the day. Y'all not them neither. Y'all want to claim a crown. Y'all want to claim a crown that y'all ain't trying to wear. Cause motherfucker, like, and again, some of y'all do it. Some of y'all are that A1 female. The shit
What
that we saw Grandma
what do you
B or
what do
Auntie and
you
them.
hey, what do you consider an A1 female? Because you say this all the time. What are you considering an A1 female? Because you're referencing women from a different time period that had different rights than we do as women. Okay,
Nigga,
women back in the day
what?
were oppressed. They were oppressed. They were oppressed by society. They were oppressed by men. Okay,
Okay, let me
men
help
was
you.
like,
Let me help you with this thing. So what the
hey,
fuck is your
as
excuse?
I say, not as I do. Okay,
So
so
what the
when women
fuck,
start to
Keisha,
wake up and say, hey,
Keisha,
we have rights.
Keisha, Keisha. So what
What?
the fuck if for you saying this, right?
Yeah,
What the fuck is your excuse? Because again, how many men have you built up? We just had you and Red just had this whole debate the other week.
I
Because
build up men
again,
all the time. I
this
build up
this
men
this
who
is no
deserve
no
to
no
be
no
built
no
up.
no no. Listen to me.
I built up
Listen
men
to
who
my full
deserve
question.
to be built up.
Let me listen to my full question. Because when it comes down to this shit, what married man that was married to Keisha can say it was my fucking fault and this is why we are not we divorced? You're not even there. You can't compete where you can't compare, my baby.
Just because I haven't been married doesn't mean I don't have my own
You
experiences.
talking about no. And again, you said out your mouth, oh, they were oppressed and this, that, and the third. So if
They
you don't
were.
have any of that
Were.
problem right
They
there,
were.
if you haven't
It's
had
not.
that
It's
problem
not
right there,
untrue.
then what the fuck is your excuse? What foundation right now, as the black queen that you are?
Why? Can I ask you a question, Slick? Why are you
Go ahead.
so obsessed with women being married? Why are you so obsessed with black women being married to black men? Why is that in the?
Because that's what builds our
That's the
community.
conversation. What are
Wait,
you
I
talking
want
about?
to know
You
what
know,
consists of
I'm
A1.
not
Can
being.
we go back to the original question?
I'm not
A1
being.
woman.
I'm not being facetious. I'm asking. Why is that the end goal? Why do black women have to be married to black men? Why? Why is that the end goal? And if a black woman is not entertaining to be married to a black man or any man, why?
So why is it that
You
the
guys are
argument
perceiving it as
that a black
it's a
man is
negative thing.
tripping when he go fuck a white girl, or if he is married to a white Chinese anybody that's not black? Why is it victimized? Why is it damn, I can't think of the fucking word.
Well, for me, it doesn't matter to me. I don't
Why
care
is
who
it
she
shunned?
marries. It's not shunned to me because I
I
feel
don't.
like love
I
is
yeah.
love. You fall in
To
love with
Bray's
somebody,
point,
you fall in love with them. But
I
my
don't care about
question to you is,
that. I don't
let me
care.
ask you. Let me ask you, Slick Crank. When it's time for you to get married, are you going to marry outside your race? Would you? Is that a thought in your mind to marry
Hell yeah.
outside your race?
Hell
Huh?
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Crank?
Okay, that's fine.
Would I? Hell yeah.
Crank?
Maybe, I don't know.
I
I'll
mean, but when you
consider it.
think about your wife, do you think about your wife with faceless? I'm pretty sure because you don't know who she is yet. But do you think about her black, white, Mexican, Chinese, whatever? Do you think about her outside of your race?
For the longest time, I wanted a
No,
black woman.
we want to be married to somebody that looks
So
like us,
in
that shares our
in your
complexion.
mind, whoever you're standing in the aisle with is somebody African American, Crank.
That's what I just
Just
said.
point blank, yes or no.
I just said that.
Okay, Slick, what'd you say? What was your answer?
I said at first it was all the way
I don't want
yes,
that. I
but
just want
now
yes or no.
now it's up in the fucking air. Whoever loves me like I love them, we doing that shit.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
it's
see, now, no,
I
hold
I
on.
feel
Wait,
like
no,
who
no,
you
no, no,
love is
no,
who
no,
you
no. You just
love.
asked the question.
Who
Let
you
me
love is who
respond
you
to
love.
that.
But I
No,
just
Let me
wanna
respond
go
to that.
ahead, Craig.
Let me
I just wanted
respond to
to
that.
know if
Let me respond to that real quick.
okay.
That's that manipulative BS
No,
that
it's
you
not
rely.
because I really wanted to know. I really wanted to
Can I
know if you
finish?
thought
Can I finish my point?
I didn't finish mine.
Okay,
You
you're
didn't
right.
hear
You
me
didn't.
finish to my
You
point.
didn't. Go ahead.
So my point is it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't it don't if you got your mindset is to marry a black woman, then don't bash us. If it's
Okay.
not, then do what you do. But every black woman is not in the same bucket as the next one. We're not all the same. Just like I can't put every black man in the same bucket as the next nigga. Like
Okay.
you
Can I
can't do that.
respond to that now?
How many times have
Yes.
you called
Can I
me a hoe,
respond to
Red?
that? So here's
Because
my
you
thing
are a
about
hoe.
that.
And you
This
know
is the
you are. You've
reason.
admitted to being a hoe.
This is the reason why I say that's manipulative, because basically what you just said is another version of, well, you black, your mama black, you supposed to be with a black woman.
Absolutely
No,
did not
no,
say
no,
that.
no.
No, I didn't. I
I
literally
let you.
just said,
I let you.
I
I let
literally
you.
just said you
Let me
love who you're
finish.
supposed to love.
Let me finish.
No, because you're trying to spin a narrative, but
No, I'm
okay.
not spinning the narrative. I'm telling you what men typically hear. Let me take you out of it. This is the same thing that men often hear. You see yourself with a black woman, right? Well, then that's all that should matter. That's literally the words you did. You
No,
just not
I
did you
said
not just
no.
say
I no.
that? Did you
My
not just
exact
say that
question
that's all
was.
that matters?
Let me answer that. My exact question was, do you see yourself with a black woman or
And then
somebody
when we
outside
said
your?
yes,
I said
then
no. Actually, no, I didn't. I said, do you see yourself marrying someone outside your race? That was the question I asked. I didn't say nothing
and
about a
then
black
once
woman.
it was answered, then what did you say? You said,
You
and
had
that's
two
all that
different
matters,
answers.
right?
No, the two different answers because I just said
Rhea,
right
what did
before
Rhea,
I
what
said
did
it
you
doesn't
say?
matter
You
because
said
right
that if
before
we see
that.
ourselves with a black woman, that's what
No, I
matters.
did not. No, I did not. That was not
Okay,
what
then what
I
did you
asked.
say?
I said, do you see yourself marrying someone
We already heard the
outside?
question. You don't have to keep repeating the question. We heard
Do
the
you see
question.
yourself marrying someone outside your race? And right before I said that, I said it don't matter what color they are. If you love them, you love them. Love doesn't see a color, doesn't see any of that. So if you
Okay.
love
All
somebody, you
right.
love somebody.
Okay,
Don't
fine.
put me in
Got you.
that
All right.
category.
Okay. All right. Got you. God damn it. You don't have to circle the airport. Just get to
I'm
the
just
point.
saying.
Now, back to
I
my
just want to
point
make
of
sure
what
you
I was saying
understand.
is,
You from
regardless
Maryland.
of
You're a little slow.
are you gonna stop talking
My
so I
bad.
can finish my
I'm
point?
sorry.
That's
I'm
very
sorry.
rude. And this is what we're talking about. Who wants to be married to this?
I
No
was
man
just
wants to be married. No man wants to be married to this. So if I have to go outside of my race to get some peace and cooperation, then that's what I'm going to do. But honestly, a lot of men are even tapping out of marriage in general, saying, you know what, it's not even worth it.
that was a real hurtful statement you just made. Who wants to be married to this?
And
I'm just saying
guess
that
who's hurt and
that's
guess
real
who's
hurtful
hurting and
for
guess
all of us.
who's hurting
That's hurtful.
and
That's hurtful.
yes and we're hurting because of it. Yes, we're hurting because of it.
Can I ask a question?
You're
Because
internalizing it and you're taking it personal, but we
I'm
are
not.
dealing with this. We have been dealing with this.
can I
That's
ask a
why we're
question?
so passionate about it.
Can I ask a,
Okay.
can I ask a question? Because I'm just listening. I'm being very quiet and I'm listening, but I'm gonna just ask my question. What is the issue that black men have with black women? And I'm gonna expound on that because Slick, you said that you want us to shut up. Crank, you did the. So is your issue with black women that we are argumentative? Is it that we are standing up for ourselves and we're having opinions about what we want out of our relationships? What is the
Don't
issue that?
fucking do that. Don't you? If you gonna
No,
ask a straight question, ask a straight
I'm
question. Don't you
asking,
fucking do that because you're not
I'm
gonna like the
asking.
end result of it. I promise
No,
you not.
I'm asking. What is the issue that you all as black men have with us black women?
Argumentative is a part of it. Argumentative is a part of it. That's a part of it, yes.
Okay, and
As
what else?
evidenced by this very
What,
live.
what else? What are the other issues that you have with us as black women?
No, let's focus on one issue at a time. Yes, argumentative is a big part of it. That's one of
Okay.
probably, if
Hold
not the
on,
biggest,
hold on,
that's
hold
one
on,
of the
hold on, hold on,
biggest
hold on,
parts of it.
hold on, real quick. Crank, can you please apologize to Ray?
No.
Can you
No,
please
he doesn't
apologize?
need to. It's okay.
No, I don't need
Cause,
no, I don't apologize for what?
cause I feelings, cause she even though she shouldn't have, she took it personal.
No,
And
I
I made
didn't.
it
And
very
I'm.
clear that this
no,
is not
hold on,
about her
hold on.
personally.
Let me explain something real quick. She took it personal, what she shouldn't have. But at the
I
same
didn't.
time too, she's him and so you feel me feeling that way is yeah, I can understand both ends of this shit. And you feel me, we all know, you feel me, Rare has deep feelings with certain things.
That's
So
fine. She
I
does
knew
that on
she was
live a
hurt when
lot.
she when it,
She does get deep into her feelings a lot. But me and Ray have a personal relationship outside of this conversation. I introduced her to Instagram Live damn near. I'm not going to apologize for what I said because it wasn't directed towards her personally. if she internalized it that way, I'm not responsible for how people feel about what's being said. And I made it very clear that this was not directed towards her personally or about her specifically.
You did. But as a person,
So then, what am I apologizing for?
because again, nigga, you hurt her feelings just like you feel me. And we both have a personal relationship with Rhea, so we understand Rhea's mindset. So again, we both know that right now, outside of this, the fact that her not being on the camera is because the fact of it is that she teared up and it hurt her fucking feelings. And she actually said it herself that it hurt her feelings. So that's why I'm asking you. You
I didn't
feel me?
tear
Out
up.
of respect. Out of the fact of respect for her,
Thank you, Slick.
and you feel me, the fact of like, nigga, that's a part. How can that's another thing too? Us as men, you feel me? If we gonna defend the shit that we defending, that's something that nigga gotta stand on too. If a motherfucker do some shit that's some faulty shit, nigga gotta stand on that business. You feel me? So again, as a person, you feel me, that love and
Did
care
I
about
say
shorty,
something
I'ma
faulty?
definitely, I gotta defend that. You
Did
feel me?
I say
I
so?
gotta
Okay.
defend
All
that.
right. Here's
Thank you,
where I
Slick.
stand with that.
I
I
appreciate
didn't
that.
say
Thank you.
anything faulty. I meant what I said. It was not directed towards her.
For
However
sure.
she feels about it,
Nigga,
that's
I just
fine.
want you to apologize. Fuck all
I
that.
had no intention of making her sad or making her feel any way. But I'm sad behind this conversation. And is black women going to apologize to me personally for what us men go through? I don't expect that. If you want to put me off the live because I'm not apologizing, that's fine. But I'm not apologizing for what I said because I meant it. And me apologizing would mean that I'm not standing 10 toes down on what I say.
Why?
I just explained it.
No, bro. No, bro. No, bro. That's no. Cause listen, that's not taken away from. That's not taken away from what you said. Cause again, as a man, I'm defending all of what you said as far as that shit. Also, as a man, you feel me? I understand what you said. You feel me? And why it is that shit shouldn't be taken a certain type of way. Me and Ray fuss about this shit probably every month.
Every week.
You
Maybe
feel me? I
every 2
wasn't
weeks.
gonna be. I wasn't. I would see. You said it. You told the truth. I wasn't even gonna tell the truth like that. You
It's
feel me?
okay.
But we fuss about this shit about every month. You feel me? But the fact of it is, due to relationships and due to you feel me, just plain old respect. That's me asking why. That's me asking you to do that shit for that simple reason. It's not taking away. That don't take no muscle or no mass away from what you said. That don't. It's
How
none of
about
that.
it
You
does
feel
to
me?
me? How about if I was apologizing, I feel like I wouldn't be standing 10 toes down on what I said.
I mean, that make you kind of tender. You feel me? But it's cool if that's what you say. I mean, that's what you say for real. But you feel me? And that's cool. You feel me?
It's okay.
Everybody
Like
has.
it's literally it's okay. I mean, I know that it wasn't maybe it wasn't intentionally directed towards me, but it was directly
No,
it was
it's
directly
one of those.
said
It's
towards me. Like, why would anybody want to marry that?
no, it's one of those.
It
It's one
was
of those. Not
it
what
was
you say is how
hurtful.
you say shit.
Not gonna lie, it was
That's
very
what that
it was
shit
real
is. You
hurtful.
feel
And
me?
let me expound on that. When I said who wants to marry this, what I'm talking about is this argumentative energy.
Bro, I was there.
Who wants to
I know
No,
I'm
what you
you
not
said.
I'm talking to Raya.
but even in
I'm
that
talking
point,
to women in general through Raya.
I was just kidding
Okay.
with you. I was just at that point we were I was joking with you, and you didn't hear what I said because you overtalked me, and then was like, "See, this is what I mean. Who wants to be married to that?" It was just, and even us having a personal relationship, being off this live, it was a hurtful thing to say to me directly. It wasn't. It didn't feel like it was directed to all black women, which even then that was hurtful, but it felt like it was directed towards me, and it was I wasn't even being combative with you. I was making a joke, but you didn't hear it because you were over talking me and telling me why would somebody want to be married to you. And I'm not saying that I don't I appreciate Slick for standing up and asking you to apologize, but it is what it is. You definitely don't have to. That's how you feel, and that's how you feel. It is what it is. Um it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I it hurt my feelings coming from you saying that directly to me, but I know
Again, I
I'm one
prefaced this
period.
saying that I wasn't
I'm just
directing it towards you. I already
I
prefaced
hear
that.
you. I hear you, but you were talking to me. Um
Yes, I was talking to you just like I'm talking to everybody on here.
And I get that, but I can't take it too personal because I I know that I'm wife material, and like you know, I've been married. I was married for a long time.
Yes,
Still
matter of
married.
fact, and I'm glad you said that. Just
Still ain't
like
got no
last week
divorce
when we
papers,
was
but
talking,
you have it.
I said,
So
regardless
maybe
of
nobody
whatever
wants.
conversation that we had, Rhea has been married for a long time. So she did the work. She actually been through that. Do you remember me saying that last week for
Yeah.
like a whole
I-
hour when we spoke about that?
yep.
Or maybe the week before, whenever it was.
Yes, but the comment that you just made just now was just it wasn't just I'm sure any other woman that was on here that heard that it wasn't about me being argumentative with you. It's like me speaking my piece. Sometimes I want to be heard, or a woman wants to be heard, and for you to say that about a black woman, for you to say this is the reason why nobody wants to marry you is hurtful in general, and then saying it to me to my face, it was first of all inaccurate because that's not true. I walked away from my marriage. Not that somebody didn't want to be married to me. I
Again,
walked away.
this is not about you.
All
And I
right,
already
but you
prefaced that.
directed it towards
See
me because we
now,
was
see now
talking.
we're just talking
Are
in
we going
circles,
too deep
and
into
I'm not
it?
interested in
I
having this.
don't have nothing else.
If
You
if, if
good?
y'all
We
listen,
good?
if y'all
Frank,
want me to
Frank,
leave the
we good?
live, I will, because now
We
this
good?
energy is whack. I don't like this barrage that's being directed towards this way. I already explained that this was not about you personally. I gave you your props 2 weeks ago about your marriage and everything before you and Keisha had that whole long conversation. I already
Yeah.
said this. So
Can I preface because yeah, because last week 2 weeks ago y'all went in on me. Okay, but I didn't take it personal though. But y'all went like in on me. Slick even said that my boyfriend wasn't going to marry me. So, but I let it go. So
You
I
said that?
think
Hey,
that
that's
yes, you
official.
did. Yeah. Yep. So I just think that we all should just let it go.
But you don't want to be married anyway. That's your whole
Um,
debacle.
yes, but if I
And
was a different person and taking things personally, I would have been upset about that. That's rude.
I
But
mean,
I don't
I
So
know.
what
mean,
you
you would
saying is I
definitely
took it
you
personal.
but
No, what I'm saying
I
is that
actually did. I did.
right. What I'm
Right.
saying is that the conversation that we have here on the podcast, we sometimes it get escalated, sometimes it can get heated, sometimes it can get um, things to be said and taken out of context. And I think we have to take ourselves out of the conversation and just be mindful that when we're having these conversations, that we don't take things personally, because if we take them personally, we
And you are right.
it's
I am
unfeeling.
one. You guys all know me. All of you know me personally, and you know that I'm one of those ones that I'm very emotional, very sensitive, and I do take things personal. And it's been pointed out to me several times. And I'm looking up over here.
hey, hey, I ain't saying
And,
shit.
and
Hey,
I
we gonna
understand
keep
it.
it
I
and
going.
get
Rhea,
it. I get it.
And for me, I don't take things as personal because
And I know that. But
but
I'm a passionate
I can
person.
understand why you would take it personally.
I do.
But I don't know
I
if
do.
you know Crank. I guess I know Crank in a different way. So, I don't think he didn't mean it like that. He was like talking from a general standpoint. So I just think that we need to
All right, can we
Yeah.
get back to the topic though, so we can because
Well,
that
I
was
had asked a question. I really
What's your
wanted to
question?
know your thoughts from a male's perspective about what we do as Black women. Why, what are we doing wrong? Why you as Black men feel the way that you do in terms of us being argumentative? Like, why, why, for me, because I'm not taking it personally, but I'm taking it as a lot of
You guys
men
can take
see
this
us
fucking
as
video.
Black women as argumentative. That's the first word that comes out of your mouth. Like, yeah, we're argumentative, but for the longest time, and I'm just saying from a historical standpoint, we have not been able to have voices. We have not been able
Ma'am,
to
how
express
long have you been
ourselves.
on this earth, Keisha?
39 years.
All right, then, my nigga, that's not 400 or 500 years in the past.
I'm
Stop
talking
it.
about systemic things, and it's not necessarily blatant, but it's subtle. Okay, we have to deal with it in the workplace. We have to deal with misogyny in the workplace. We have to deal with misogyny in our home life. We have to, okay, and so
This is
sometimes
when y'all
to
say
Rhea's
this
point,
shit. When y'all say shit like
Rhea's
that,
point. Hold on. To Rhea's point, like the whole argumentative thing, that's a sore spot for Black women, because that's the first thing a Black man will say about a Black woman. We're argumentative, okay? But you want us to be submissive, you want us to be shut up. You reference other races as being women who are quiet, okay? But we're not quiet, okay? For a long time, we had to be quiet. When I say long time, I mean our ancestors had to be quiet. We had to shut up, okay? So now we talk. Now we speak. Now we have things to say. Now we stand up for ourselves. And it's a problem for Black men because you still want us to shut up. Like your point, what you said, Slick. You said shut up,
You
right?
done? You done?
I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, man, when I'm talking about y'all shutting the fuck up, it's for the fact of the ignorant responses, the aggressive situations that y'all put yourself in that y'all don't have to fucking be in.
Okay.
Y'all don't gotta do half or say half the shit that y'all say, but y'all choose to. I know females right now that will talk your motherfucking head off about how fucked up a nigga is, and guess what she gonna do? Go suck that dick later on that night. She's gonna go. They got the same house keys and said she had the same fucking car. These type of situations, but a motherfucker will complain about the shit, and then later on when some shit goes south, a motherfucker will sit there and say out their mouth, "Oh, he was all of this, that, and the third. He was always this. You've always stated he was this, but guess who stayed? You. So who's to blame? Oh, it's still his fault. It's still, you knew that nigga was immature, but you wanted to play build a nigga. Okay, so now,
wow, building it.
First I heard that.
Right.
So now, when
building
it comes down to the fact of which your project, this Miss Frankenstein, doesn't become what you want it to be, now, you feel me? Now it's bringing the bomb squad. Now we got to kill it. It got to be demolished. You feel me? No, nigga. Because again, y'all up here to the shit that y'all want to up here to. Y'all only talk about the shit that's limited that makes yourself look good. You feel me? It comes to a point, and y'all say dumbass shit like that, make up dumbass words like that, gaslighting and shit. All of these stupid ass words now that come
Whoa,
that come
wait a second.
that come
Wait a
about
second.
like nigga. What happened to
gaslighting is not stupid. Gaslighting is a very valid thing.
But everything that I'm saying is very valid. And you see, the only thing that you did was cut me off as soon as I mentioned gaslighting. This is the point. This is the point. What happened to the sit down? What happened to actual having communication? What happened to?
We're communicating.
I'm not the only nigga that's just listening, because I gotta listen and I gotta move on. What you thinking about? But the whole fact of it is, outside, like, you feel me? Anything that's right that I come with. Oh, now I'm gaslighting you. Oh, it's not true. I'm delusional. I'm making shit up. You feel me? I'm just saying shit. No, you've said these words.
I'm listening. What solutions? What do you want us? What as Black women do you want us to do? Because you're just saying
one thing. You know what? One thing you can do. One thing you can do is listen. Shut the fuck up and listen.
The only thing that you said as a solution is to shut up. That's it.
No. Shutting the fuck up and listening is that's the first thing. Because if we can't, if we're both just like now, how it keeps coming to the fact of you keep talking as I talk, now nobody can hear shit. That's the literal household bullshit. And you know what? The kids learn this same shit. Why? Because mommy and daddy have been doing that same dumbass shit. So now we've seeded into them some argumentative, ignorant assholes. We don't show them what communication is. We're not giving them the seeds that they need. You feel me? The real things that can acquire help.
It goes both ways. It's not because it's both ways. It's not, you can't communicate.
Did you hear what I said? I wasn't speaking French when I said we. I didn't, you feel me? That's the duality, you feel me, of man and woman. You feel me? That's, again, like I'm saying, you got to listen, my baby. You can't just sit here and want to keep talking about this shit.
I listen very well.
You're not. You
I
not
do
though.
though. I'm a great listener. I listen very well. But and I'm quiet and I listen and then I talk. So what I'm deducing though from this conversation is
Okay.
that from your perspective, you want women to shut up and listen. And I'm not gonna generalize it, but I almost feel
You
like
already did, cause like the fuck.
I almost feel
Go ahead.
like you don't want us to have an opinion. You want us to let you talk, 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 talk. You don't want us to say anything. You want us
Did
to be
I say
quiet.
communication amongst Rhea? Cause
Yes,
you're
Mm,
another
but
female. You're another
hold
female.
on.
what?
Let
Did
me
I
finish.
Okay.
say? Did
Let
I
me finish.
say
Let me finish my
we
thought.
have a sit down and have a conversation?
Let me
Hmm?
finish my
Did,
thought. Let me finish
am I
my thought.
tripping?
Let me finish my thought. Because you're
Oh,
saying
you
that
can't
there's no
hear us
back
because
and
both of us
forth.
talking. I know. I know.
What
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying is
Keisha.
that what I'm saying is that you're saying that we talk too much, argumentative, and we're talking, and we need to shut up and we need to listen. Okay, so to your point, like we do those things. Okay, if something doesn't sound logical, because I feel like as Black women, we're logical. Okay, and if something doesn't sound logical that's coming out of
I,
that man's
stop
mouth,
right there. Because
we
as
are
soon as
going
you said
to
that
we're
bullshit, this
we
nigga
are
put the
going to
best word. So if I'm not saying something logical, I'm your man. You said you love me. You can't trust me as the leader of this? You
if
supposed
okay
to trust me. You supposed to trust me hell in hot water regardless if I'm blind or not. You feel what I'm saying? Because you
that
chose
is
me as your leader,
that
right?
is
As your man, right?
that is irresponsible. That's irresponsible. There's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with that. That's irresponsible from a relationship perspective. You should be able to talk with your partner, and if something doesn't sound logical with whatever you're saying, you should, as a partner, as in a relationship, you should be able to have that back and forth communication about, okay, hear what you're saying, but that doesn't make sense to me. Help me understand what you're saying,
Hey,
okay?
Keisha,
Until I get it. Okay,
you
if
a
I don't
single
get it,
mother,
it
right?
doesn't sound logical to me. Yes, I'm going to be argumentative. Okay, yes, I'm
Keisha,
going to say something because it doesn't make
Keisha,
sense.
Keisha, you bought a new phone before, right?
Yeah.
Fresh out the box and all that shit, right?
Yep.
And it gave you directions how to use it, right?
Yeah.
Did you do the things that it said?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there were directions and I could follow it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think I know where you're getting at, Slick. But sometimes men think that they have solid directions and they don't. They do not. It's factual. I'm not going to debate you on it. It's factual. Okay. And sometimes when you follow a man, they will lead you down a dark hole.
You need to
And
let that fucking hurt go, cause you about to go
it's
back
not
into that
hurt.
that
It's not
Tyler
hurt.
Perry play shit that
It's
you
not
be
hurt.
calling.
It is. It is.
Diesel, give me a second. I got you.
It's having discernment. Okay. It's learning from your mistakes. And if you see a pattern in one person and in another person and in another person, you're not going to make the same mistakes again, right? Right. Okay. So
You
from a
can't
woman's
assume
perspective,
that the another. You can't assume though that
it's not,
another
it's not, it's
motherfucker.
not a, you're right. You're absolutely right. You cannot assume, but you can make an educated, um, you
Okay,
can be
Miss
educated with your decision.
Hypothesis, Miss
Okay.
Cleo, with the best hypothesis in the world.
Not Miss
Okay,
Cleo. Not Miss Cleo.
I'm
Call
just
me
saying. You said call you
now.
now. You feel me?
Me now.
Shit, that is wild.
That's what you get. Follow Jesus and not a man. Ooh, that's true. Okay. Lead you straight to hell. Yes, Rashia. I don't. Did I say your name right? A man will lead you straight to hell. Sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time, but yes.
And see, when we hear comments like this is hurtful.
I would listen. I ain't gonna lie to you, Craig. Fuck, cause I was listen. I was definitely about to throw that curveball in there, and I ain't gonna lie. I love you, Rare. It was going to throw you under the bus just a little bit, but I definitely was about to say when words like that are said, how is that not the equivalent of the same shit that was said earlier?
Because here's the thing, what Keisha
Uh huh.
just said, we've been hearing, at least I've been hearing this since I was a little boy. Men will do this, men will do that. How often do I hear women say, "Oh, a man will protect you and provide for you. He'll be a good man, and his discernment will lead you and your family in the right direction." That's not the narrative that's typically put out there.
You're right, Crank.
I've
I
been
agree
hearing
with
my
you.
whole life, men ain't shit, strong, independent, don't need no man. All of
I
that is
agree with you.
hurtful.
I agree with you. I'm not discrediting what you're saying. I agree with you wholeheartedly that that is the narrative that a lot of men hear about women, black women, women in general. But it's because we have dealt with that. We have dealt with that as
What a,
women.
what about the little boys that get their ass whipped because they look like they father? Oh shit! Damn! Did I just unlock a Da Vinci Code type shit? My bad.
I can't
What
speak on
about
none of this.
the disgruntled bitch? Because I'm not gonna say a mother. Because what about the disgruntled bitch? You feel me? That's mad at daddy. So I'm gonna take it out on my kid.
Yeah,
What about that?
that's messed
And
up.
hold on. And then when it comes down to that, you feel me? This imbalanced human being has, you feel me, has now shown the imbalance of life to this child. Now this little boy don't know how to feel. And guess
That,
what?
that's
Now
the
I don't know if I
minority.
like women. Hold on, not
That's
just that. The whole fact of that, if I like women, I'm gonna beat these bitches up because mommy beat me up when she was mad. Not saying that it's right at all, but these are
Mhm.
these are the seeds that's planted
that
as well
can I?
into these little
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
I
Oh
want to
my,
respond to what Ray is about to say. Go ahead, Ray.
that's the minority. That's not that.
Yeah, I would
I
agree with
don't
that.
know no
I don't
woman.
think that's like
I
everybody.
don't know any. I don't know any mothers, black, white, Chinese, Mexican, Puerto
No, we
Rican.
talking black. I ain't even
I
gonna lie
don't.
to you. We
Okay,
ain't going
well,
outside
black.
the
Let's
race.
talk about black. I don't. I personally don't know any black women that abuse their children because they look like their daddy. Like me personally, that's your father. I'm proud that that's your father. I know who your father is. That you look just like your father. Sometimes you act like him. Get it together. I don't. I'm not with their father at the moment. Right now, we separated or whatever. But I would never feel no kind of way about my child because they look like the person that I made them with. That's just, to me, that's just crazy. But you have those women that, and there are women out here that are like that. But all of us are not like that. There are, I guess maybe I take so much offense because there are some black women out here that value a black man, value submissiveness, value when it's warranted, when it's deserved, value a man that can lead their household,
Right, you in the
value.
5 percentile of women that stay in the house.
Okay, all right, but it's a lot of us out here that are looking for actual men that can lead a household, can carry the burden on their shoulders, and use me as their helpmate, as their
Let me
extra,
ask
as
you
that
this
rib.
though, Rare.
It's just I just feel like I feel like everybody, all black women are put into this bucket, and we're
If
all classified as low lives or
no, no, no,
argumentative
no, no, no,
or
no, not at all.
put
And
into this bucket as though we're not
mhm.
worth it to be married to, and that's just not the case
and
for
and
all of
also
us.
also to your point, Rhea, they want us to blindly follow them because I feel like it's
Without any, no,
without
and
any
I am,
discernment, like without
and you
any logical thinking. Like, okay,
and
well,
you guys know from the couple weeks ago, you talked about me a couple weeks ago. I gotta have a voice. I deserve to have a voice because
yeah,
I have a voice. So it's like you can't just come out and say, just shut up. That because sometimes it is gonna be an argument because our minds meet each other. Like I understand you, you understand me, but you gonna hear me so just like I hear you. It's not gonna be I only hear you and you don't hear me. You gonna hear what I gotta say. Like
yeah.
it is
And
what it is.
women have been dealing with that in throughout history, in terms of you know, do as I say, not as I do, be quiet, shut up, don't say nothing. Okay. It's just more in recent times that we have been able to express ourselves and
I'm
to
gonna
be
say what I
educated
gotta say.
to
That
get,
point blank period. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. At the end of the day, you make the final decision if you're worthy of me following. If you are, then I'm gonna give you my opinion. We might have an argument here or there, but at the end of the day, no matter what, nobody else gonna see me arguing with you. I'm gonna have your back, and it's gonna be what it is. Behind closed doors, we might have our argument, but in front of the people, when you gotta say your final decision it is what it is, and I'm gonna follow behind it because you're my man, and that's what it is for me. That's just me. But
I was
I
about to say Keisha don't believe in that.
I
No,
just don't
what I
like the
no,
narrative.
what to bring us context.
If he
If
deserves to be followed,
right, like if
point blank
okay,
period.
an example, a perfect example. Okay, say you're in a relationship with somebody, and this person has they got a new job. Okay, and they want the family to move to a different state. From your perspective, I feel like you're saying, okay, well, we're going to move and that's it. And you as a woman, you have no say so because you need to follow me because this is the move. This is the next move. From what I'm saying is that I'm not, I'm not saying that I'm not okay with the move. I want to be informed of the move. I want to have a conversation about the move. And I want you to ask me if I'm okay with the move. And if I'm not okay, then you and I need to mutually make a decision and say, hey, this is not a good move for both of us and the family. Let's see what our other options are. As opposed to just saying, well, this is the move. That's it. My final say so goes. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Hmm?
And what happens with a lot of women is that to your point, Slick, you be like, yeah, like, well, my say so, I have the final say so that goes. And that's not fair. It's not fair from a relationship standpoint. That's not good communication. That's false communication.
Bro, that's crazy. You saying all this shit with a straight face.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Oh man.
Go ahead,
No,
Carl.
hold on, because Rhea's the other woman on here. What are your thoughts about what I said? If you've been married, Rhea, if your husband said, "Hey, I got a new job,
So
I need to move over here," don't you want your husband to have a conversation with you and not just
yeah,
tell you that you
we
have to
would
move?
have a conversation. I would voice my
Yeah,
opinion. And just like you said, I would say, hey, well, what about this? What about that? And he's going to give me the solutions to this and that. And then at the end of the day, if I'm trusting him because he's following the way he should, following Christ, and he's doing the things that he should, um, basically we're saying the same thing. If he hears my voice and I can say what I need to say, um, but at the end of the day, he says if I disagree with what he has to say, as long as he can hear my voice and me saying why I disagree, and he says, okay, I understand you, I hear you, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do what he says. This is what we're going to do. But he
okay,
heard my voice. He heard my opinion. It wasn't like, shut the fetch up. You don't got an opinion. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Shut up.
right, right.
That doesn't work. But
And
if he
that's
hears
what
what I have
Keisha's
to,
trying to make me sound like I'm saying. And that's not the
But that's how you're
case.
coming across. Like that's how you're coming across.
No, because you don't like to be told shit. That's why it sounds like that.
No, no,
Because
like,
again,
I'm letting
because
you
you
know
asked
that's
the
how.
question, the original question was, what is it that a man would me as the black man would like for the black woman to do? One of some of the things, and again, sit down, shut the fuck up, listen, because again, when I'm trying to, when I, you feel me, I can't tell you some shit, or I can't give you none of my thoughts if you're talking.
can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Rhea. Go
I
ahead.
think it's the delivery.
Yeah.
I think that's
Ooh,
what it is. If you was able to
talking.
say, if you were able to say, don't sit down, don't shut up. If you were able to say, all right, well, let me say what I gotta say first, and then I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say,
Guess
and
what?
then
Guess what
you say
happens
what you
behind that? Most women, especially most women,
wait.
and I'm gonna be critical with this one, and it is what it is. Most women, especially women like Keisha, saying it is exactly like that. Ain't that's not the conversation. It's gonna be
That's not
argue.
true.
It's
That
going
is
to
I
be
mean,
an
actually
argument.
that is actually not true. That is actually not true. I'm a great listener. It's like
Keisha,
I
I've
know
asked you to listen to plenty
I
of
know
things
that
without
I'm
me
on this
raising my voice.
live. I know that I'm on this live, and I listen very well. Okay, and I let people talk. I do it for a living for my job. I have to.
Here we
So
go again.
what I'm saying is that I'm coming from a real genuine place um when I say agree with Ray. Like for me, I will let a man talk. I'll let him talk. I'll let him say what they gotta say. Okay, but I am going to say my opinion about if it has to affect me or my family or my child. I am going to state and I'm going to say my opinion. And if I don't think that it aligns with if I don't agree with it, and if we don't come to a mutual thing, I'm not gonna move forward with it. Okay? If I have doubts, I'm not gonna move forward with it. If
And
you
that's the
cannot
only
tell me a
thing.
concrete plan, if you cannot tell me, bam, wham, thank you, ma'am, here we go, get on and jam
So even
from
if
A to B.
if you can't agree with something, and let me make sure I heard this right. Even if you can't agree with something,
Mhm.
that means it's all stops. The emergency brake is on. We ain't going past go at all until we figure
We're
this
not
out.
going past. We're not going past go until we both agree on a decision. Okay. My
That's
whole,
That's
the
my
not
whole,
only
even reality,
thing.
my baby.
That's
my
the
whole,
only
my
thing
whole,
that
my whole thing is that my whole point
That's
is
not
that
reality.
it is reality. It is reality
It's your
because
reality, right?
in
it is reality
actuality
because
it's reality for
I
some
don't have
people. It is.
I don't have to do this with you. I don't have to be in
That
this
is
relation with
reality
you.
for
I
You're
want
right.
to be I want to be in a relation with you. Okay. And so you want to be in a relation with me. Okay. For me to be in a relation with somebody, we need to be agreeing on we need to be on the same page.
I
Okay.
can
And if we're
honestly
not on the
say
same page, it's not gonna work.
that I can honestly say that's the only spot where we at in this conversation we actually disagree. Because I for me personally, I feel as though you're gonna I want to be heard. I want my voice to be heard. I want you to hear me. I don't want you to just tell me shut up and do what I say do, because
Right.
that absolutely is not where there's gonna be a problem. And I'm gonna run my mouth, and there will be that black girl thing that y'all supposedly hate or whatever, but it's gonna
Oh,
be an issue. But if you can hear my voice and then calmly tell me, okay, well, I hear what you're saying, but I feel like we should move in this direction because this, that, and the third. And I know that there's some pros and there's some cons to the situation. But if you tell me that you feel strongly about moving this way, and even if I don't agree with it, I'm gonna say, all right, I'm gonna go with what you say go with, because you are the head of the household. I am your backbone, and I got your back. If this is the decision that you
That's
decide to
all we're
make,
saying.
then I'm gonna go
yeah.
with
And
it.
I'm not saying that. I
That's
don't agree
all
with
And
we're
that.
saying.
I need
Men
I'm
are
gonna go
not
I
with it. And
need some.
saying.
I think that that's probably the reason why I was offended by the comment you made, because I am that woman, and I guess you can call it old fashioned or whatever. But I was raised by my grandparents, and I feel like, my grandparents are still alive. My grandmother is 84, 86, and my grandfather will be 91 next month. I feel as though I'm going to just let me voice my opinion. Let me hear what I have to say and you listen to it. Don't just brush me off and say, I'm going to do what I want to do. You say, you do what I say do. No. But if I can voice my opinion, we can discuss it, we can talk about it, and then we can move forward with what you feel is because I've had situations in my marriage to where he said, let's do this way. And I was like, oh, well, I don't feel like we should go that way. He's like, maybe you're right. Maybe we should go this direction. At the bottom line, the end of the day, the final decision was made by him. And it took so much pressure off of me as a woman to say, all right, babe, you got it. We're going to go whichever
Yes, because
direction
pressure is made
you
for his
say.
shoulders, not for hips.
Yes, no, and it is
What?
supposed to be on his back. I'm just supposed to help him carry the load, and that's my job. That's what I do. So I guess maybe that was the reason why it bothered me so much with the comment, because it was just like, I can't put myself in nobody else's shoes and understand how they feel. I only know how I feel, and I know that the man was made to be a good man, not just any nigga. A good man was made to be the head of the household, the barrier of all the barriers, and I'm supposed to be his backbone and help him hold that barrier up. Whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision, that's my job, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not making the final decision because I don't want to have that barrier, because I wasn't made to have that on my shoulders. And yeah, I'm single. I'm out here now taking care of my kids and doing things that I have to do by myself. But do I want to? Absolutely not. No, the fact not. I don't want to, but I'm in the situation to where I have to. But I also understand that as a strong woman, a strong black woman, our job is to have that strong black man's back, not just some nigga out here that's not working, not doing this, not doing that, and want to lay down the law because you laying down the penis.
Mhm.
No, sir, that's not what we're doing. That's a different situation, completely different. But if you're doing the things you're supposed to do and you're worthy of me following behind you and carrying the load for you as your backbone or your rib, let me do that. All
And
that
see,
other
even
stuff,
another part of this conversation is what you keep saying. The presumption is that if you're with the man, then he is a good man. So
that's not
even the
always the
whole,
case.
So that, yeah,
even the
that's not a
whole, Even the whole pre-qualifier of if he's a good man, if he's this, if he's this, the presumption is that you're
If
with that man because he's already that.
But
And
but
he
but
chose
Crank,
you because you're
but
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Again,
sorry.
as evidenced by this conversation alone.
don't say it, Crank. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't.
Go ahead, Crank. I'm sorry.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Don't tell me what to say and what not to say. This is our reality. This is what we deal with. We're not saying, oh, it's only what I say and it's only my way and that's it. No, but do you want a leader, provider, protector or not?
Yes, Frank, that would be ideal. Okay, that would be ideal. But every man is not good at leading. Okay, and for us as
Well, then
women, we
don't be
have
with him. Don't be
we
with him
cannot
then.
sometimes Crank, that is very hard to discern because men aren't
You know why?
all
I'm glad you
upfront.
said that. You're absolutely right. It's very hard to discern. You know why? Because typically speaking, women suck when it comes to choosing men.
That is
Terrible
correct.
at it.
You know why we suck? Because
Terrible at it.
men are not always honest with what their intentions. Okay, they're not always honest
Some
with
women
their.
didn't have that strong foundation growing up. They don't
It
know
has
what to look
it
for.
doesn't even have to do with the foundation growing up. Sometimes
But a
men are
lot
just
of it
not honest
does.
with their intentions.
That
Okay,
part too.
sometimes
But you
men
got a lot
lie.
of women
And
that
Sometimes
again,
didn't
men
have that
you see
say
example.
how the shift still goes back on it being on the men's fault, right? You see
No,
how
no. What
the
I'm
sometimes
movement
saying,
does
what
that
I'm
no,
every day,
saying.
no. I'm
right?
saying sometimes women
Hold
didn't
on,
have that example.
let
They
me
don't
just
know what to look
I'm
for.
speaking about what Keisha just said.
Oh,
finish what I'm saying because Craig, you're
Stop
saying
internalizing.
I'm not
Jesus Christ.
internalizing it.
Stop. I'm not talking to you.
I'm
I'm talking to
generalizing
Rhea.
it.
Rhea, you don't stop taking. It's not you. We're
Oh, okay.
speaking in generalities. I'm speaking
Yeah,
about
I'm
what Keisha just
generalizing.
said. This is the same thing that I've been hearing my whole life. It still goes back to, well, some men ain't this, some men ain't that. That is fucking destructive to
It
our
is destructive,
community.
Frank. You're correct. It is destructive. But in order to function as a woman in 2025, you have to think like that as a woman. Okay? Because if you don't, you can seriously put yourself in a situation where you are
No,
not.
stop making dumbass decisions with men.
It's not
Stop
about
making
making dumbass
dumbass.
decisions with men. You could be with the best man. You could be with the best man who's financially stable and blah 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 blah. But they could still
Well, this
dog you
financial
out.
shit.
Still dog you out. You can, and it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
Thank
It
you.
goes both ways.
Listen, that's the first thing we agreed on all night. Appreciate you.
It goes both ways.
so for me,
Okay,
I don't look for
it goes both
financially.
ways.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
What
what to
I'm,
say
all
because I don't
I'm saying
care
is
about
that
financial stability.
I don't think
It's
I don't think it's the smartest idea. And I'm talking from a both perspective, from a male's perspective and a woman's perspective. I don't think it's the smartest idea to just blindly follow somebody without properly dating, properly vetting, properly understanding a person's like financial situation, their emotional state.
what the fuck does
They are
finance have to do with love?
because just because you love somebody doesn't mean that can sustain a marriage. Okay, yeah, you can love somebody all you want to, but
Ma'am,
a
are
lot of
we
people
a
get
team or
divorced.
aren't we?
A
Okay,
lot of
so
people get
for
divorced.
me, I'm
A
gonna
lot of
take
people get
finances
divorced.
out of the equation.
A
Finances
lot of
doesn't have
people,
to
a
do with
lot of
it.
people get divorced over the smallest things, including finances.
Because they're
Okay,
fucking
That won't.
idiots.
I mean, for me personally, if it's finances as a problem, that ain't love. Because
Finances is
for
the
real,
number one reason why
It's the
divorces
yeah,
number
but
happen.
one.
that's not real love then.
It
Because
never
I can love you at
finances
your
come
lowest.
into these situations. If I break my fucking leg, if I have I got a regular 9 to 5. Matter of fact, I'm working at Amazon. I break my fucking leg. I
You can't
can't
work.
fucking work. What
I'm
are
not
you
gonna
gonna
leave
do? You
you.
gonna leave me or
No,
get the fuck out of here and play in traffic? You
no, it's
fucking
not. It's not about
Rick
leaving.
don't pay in
It's
traffic.
not about. It's not about leaving. It's about having conversations about what would
What
happen if.
conversations, nigga? You just said that if the whole fact of it is you want a nigga with coming in this bitch 410, is it 401k?
No,
You want his
no,
shit to
that's
be
not what
set
I'm
up
saying.
right and all this
What
shit.
I'm saying is that before you get involved and delve into a serious relationship, those conversations need to be had. What is
Man,
your
a
emotion?
bitch asked me about my bank account in the first 30 days. That's the last time that bitch see me.
What
That's the
is
last time bitch have a conversation
what
with
is
me.
your emotional state? What is your financial state? What is your religious state? Conversations need to be had. People be getting into relationships and don't have conversations with each other, and then that's why they break up. They don't understand each other.
Okay,
They
so
don't.
one thing I can say is The financial part of it has nothing to do, for me. This is just me personally. Financially, doesn't have. I do need to. I want to know. You believe in Jesus? Yes or no? Because if you don't, that's gonna be a problem. And not only do you believe in him, but do you believe he rose on the third day and he's still alive?
The Ku
Outside
Klux
of that,
Klan believes in Jesus.
I said,
Ah!
will he rise on the third day and he's still alive? We can believe in. Eventually, we'll be all right. As long as we believe that, we good. My thing is financially, it doesn't matter because you can be broke today, but 10 years from now, be a millionaire. I don't care about that. My thing is
Rhea, that's
if
true. That is true. That is very true. But if you guys don't have a plan in place before
Yo, what the
you
fuck?
put those down,
no,
if you don't
no,
have a
no, no,
plan
no.
in place,
Because in the beginning, all I have a plan for is for you to love me properly.
loving
That's
is
my plan.
that's fine, okay. But at the end of the day, you can love somebody all
I'm
you
one of
want.
those people that believes that love can sustain all the things. If you love me properly, we can make it through anything. As long as you're not out here, you're not beating on me, you're not cheating on me. I think we can get through it. That's just my thought process. And as long as we believe in the same things and we have the same goal in mind, like I don't want to be in the gutter, I don't want to live with roaches, I don't want to do. We have that same mindset in the same thing. I don't care how much money you got in your bank account. I don't care what your credit score is because more than likely my credit score probably matches yours. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that to me
It's not
that
a,
stuff doesn't matter to me because we're growing together, and as we grow together, we're gonna
There we
build
go.
together.
There we go.
Um,
There we
the only
go.
yes,
thing that
you
I'm
can grow,
There
concerned
yes,
we
you
with,
can
go.
as
grow
long as you're not
together, and
out here cheating
all
and
I'm saying
cheating.
is that, Ray, all I'm saying is that a lot of people get into relationships and they don't have conversations. Okay, they fall in love.
Who don't? Who is a lot of
Okay,
people?
but that's the thing. You just said it just now. They fall in love. Who gives
They fall
about
in
the rest
love,
of it? If
but then
I
they
How
love
do you
don't
you,
fall
have
in love with if you're
they
not
don't
having
have they
conversations?
don't
How do
have
you
certain
even know that nigga?
they don't have certain conversations that will allow them to better understand a partner.
Money is
That you
important.
can
you know what the
avoid
problem
Races,
is? The
avoid
problem
other
certain
is
races
things.
of women have always
I'm a
practiced
hopeful.
hyper,
I'm like hopelessly in love type person. I'm like meet first sight, fall in love. Like I'm that type of person. Like I feel like that's a possibility. Like you love somebody and all the rest of the stuff will just fall into place. So I may not be the best person to talk to about all the conversations you're supposed to have because I'm a hopeless romantic and I feel like if I meet you, we fall in love. I don't care about all the rest of it. It's all going to fall into place. But there are logical thinkers, that think the other way and is like, no, we got to have that conversation. What do you bring to the table? How can you help my credit? How can you help me pay my bills? How
Because
can you
it's
do
a
this?
marriage
How can you do
because
that? Like all those
because
things
two
are, those things are important. And I don't want to argue with, I'm just telling you, all those things
yeah.
are important to most people, but to me, and I might be
Mhm.
the minority, those things are not important to me. If I love you,
Right, but I hear you,
that's the
Ray,
rest
and
of it. If
I
I
hear
love you,
you.
I love you. We're gonna make it work. You
I
love
hear you,
me, I
Ray, and
love you.
I hear
You
you,
ain't putting
Ray,
your hands on me. You ain't out here
and
putting your
don't
penis where it don't belong. We good.
and don't. I hear you, Ray, and don't, Ray. I hear you, and I don't take this personally. I'm not directing this
I'm
towards
not.
you.
I'm not. I'm not.
I'm just directing it towards women. I think that that mentality sometimes um is it can be detrimental, not just to
Mhm.
women but to men.
Mhm.
Okay, not just to women but to men. If you're not having these conversations with your partner, and I'm not just saying this at the beginning, I'm saying throughout your relationship, if you're not having these conversations, what are our goals? What are we doing? What is this? What's this? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A breakdown in the relationship
You're
could
right,
occur.
and you're
You
right.
know what I'm
You're
saying?
right. I
And
feel you.
that's
I
all
do. I
I'm
promise.
that's all I'm saying. Yes, love, you can have that base love and love could be there. That's cool. But sometimes love is not enough. It may not be enough. You could love that person down. Okay. To love that person down. If your partner's depressed or if he's or she's sick, and you guys haven't had a conversation about what life is going to be like if I were to get sick.
I'm gonna love you through
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Like I
I
just
do. I
see a
do know
lot.
what you're saying. I know what you're saying to have the conversation, but at the same time, for me, it's like, nigga, I love you. I don't care what you bring to the table. I love you. We're gonna work
I'm
together. We're gonna make this work. If you get
not even
sick, I'm
talking
gonna
about
take
bringing.
care of you. If I get sick, you're
I'm
gonna
not
take
even
care
talking
of
about
me.
bringing to the table. I'm just talking about
That's what I'm saying. Like all the
having
conversations. Like,
conversations.
what if? Okay, say if somebody had cancer 20 years or 10 years ago, and it's a possibility it can reoccur. You would want to have that conversation with your partner to say, hey, it may come back. If it does, are you willing to take care of me? I feel like if you love me enough and it comes back, then that shouldn't be a conversation we have to have because you're gonna take care of me because you love me.
But
That's just
that conversation needs to be had because there's a lot of related people get sick all the
And you're
time.
right.
and they leave
And you're
their
right.
partner as soon as they get sick, or while they're sick, and put them in a home
You
and be
are
like, you know
100%.
what I'm
You're
saying?
right. I'm just one of those
You know
people.
what
If
I'm
you bring
saying?
that conversation to me, I'm gonna answer it the right way. I'm not gonna be like, well, maybe we should sit down and talk about it. No, nigga, if I love you, I love you. It is what it is,
So
and we're gonna make it work through all
I
the
just feel
things.
I just feel like a lot of divorces happen because people didn't have certain conversations, and they just base their whole relationship off of, okay, I love you, and then that's it. And they didn't really get to know their partner. They really didn't get to know who their partner was, how this person was
That's
going to
true.
react in a certain situation.
I
A
get
lot of
that.
people don't go to marriage counseling prior to getting married. They just get married, you know?
I really get that. I really do. I understand that
Exactly.
100%.
And they don't go to relationship counseling prior to filing for divorce. So again,
That's true.
why aren't we staying married for
That's
50,
true.
60 years like our grandparents? How this whole conversation first started when I said because of women and because that's who's filing divorces for the most part. Everything has been illustrated tonight.
But Craig, also to
Everything
your
that we're
point,
talking about comes down to that. I agree with Keisha. It's not,
mhm,
first of all, it's not even about love. It's about duty. Love comes later.
right.
What's supposed to happen is you're not supposed to find your mate. Somebody above you, your father, whoever the case may be, is supposed to have the discernment to find who you need.
I don't agree with that, Craig, but I hear
I
you.
don't care if you agree with it or not. This is how the world has worked for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. But
Hmm.
now we have this relationship autonomy. Too many terrible decisions are being made, men and women.
So
But
you so so you think
the
that
wrong partner
all
being chose affects the women more. And as y'all agreed with me earlier, y'all fucking suck when it comes to picking men,
yes,
generally speaking.
I will agree with you on that, Crank, that women, we do suck at the beginning. We suck very much at choosing men.
In the
Okay.
middle and
For
the
a
end.
myriad,
At the
no,
beginning, middle,
at
and
myriad of
end.
factors. A lot of women do learn from their mistakes. I do think that if you see a woman getting married like a second time, or like, they learn from
And
their mistakes. They
actually, I
learn.
can look this up, but I think there's a statistic that typically, when divorce happens, more than likely the man actually remarries versus the woman.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, because he can find another wife because he has an understanding of versus that woman that filed for divorce, she can't find another husband
Yeah, I wonder why she filed though.
I don't know.
because she felt like she wasn't being heard and she felt like it was this and that, this, that, the third.
Yeah,
I I was raised by
But
my parents,
there was a
my
point that was
grandparents. Go
there was
ahead.
a point that was said earlier. I think Keisha, you said something along the lines of, "Oh, you said yes, I'm a very great listener, especially when it comes to work. If y'all treated us like y'all white bosses, our community would be back in order."
I okay. I'm
Wow.
not going to comment because I don't know about them. I do listen very well, so that's besides the
I'm
point.
not
But
saying you don't. I'm just saying in
That's
general.
crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy that I have to say that, right?
Hold on. What's crazy about that, Rhea? Do you understand the
Now I
statement?
understand completely what he's saying. I probably shouldn't comment a lot. Like you guys said earlier, I'm different. If my husband right now, we separated if he was to tell me to leave my job. And I've been in my job for 20 years. Bye. Like
yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, Ray. I'm not
No,
that's
no,
doing
just
that.
not a
no.
mindset. That's just not a mindset that I have. Like I said, I was raised by my grandparents. To this
Not
day, my
doing that.
grandparents have been married 67 years, close to 70 years. I just don't understand that concept. Me and my husband have been separated for 3 years. And if he was to call me right now and say, "Hey, I think something ain't right. You need to leave that job," I'm gonna question him. I ask him why. What we talking about? And you gonna sustain and take care and pay my bills from over there, and I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna leave my job. So I don't
Yeah,
like it. It would take some time for me to actually do it, but it wouldn't be like,
mm-mm.
nigga, what you talking
But can
about?
you
F you,
take
this, that, the
yourself out of
third.
the example and understand that this is what's going on in the world, in just
I
typically
understand what you're
speaking?
saying. It just don't
Right.
ring. It
That's
just
What
fine
Ray?
if it doesn't apply to you for the
it doesn't.
18 millionth time. This is not about
But
you.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not about me, but I'm not the only woman that feels this way. Like if you got
You're not.
somebody that you
You're not
I'm
Rhea,
just
but
saying. I'm just saying. It would take some thought. It wouldn't be like I would call in tomorrow and quit my job. It wouldn't be like that. But it would be like, let's talk about this. Like, what you talking about? What do you mean? What's going on? It wouldn't be like, nigga, you lost your mind. I ain't quit my. It wouldn't be like that. It would be like, what happened? What did you see? What do
You
you
can
feel like?
question it. You can have all the
I'm gonna
questions. You
question
can
it.
have all the.
Absolutely.
But if you but you're saying that you will ultimately do it because you trust that man's judgment.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
that's what we mean by the word submission. It doesn't mean shut up, cook my food, don't say nothing, you don't have an opinion. It's I'm saying this because I foresee something. Obviously, if I'm the man that you married, that you're saying that you're submitting to me as a wife, as I submit to God,
That part.
that my discernment as a man, because more than likely what I'm saying and how I move and how I operate and think is not based off of feelings, it's based off of the logic that I see. This is the reason why men are in the position that they have been in since the beginning of humanity, is
Since
because
Adam
we
and
see
Eve.
things and we see things a certain way. Women see things a certain way. It works how it works for each of us. But
can
if
I
I'm
ask,
It does.
expected to be the leader, the provider, and the protector,
Now,
then
if
along
somebody
with
else
that
was to,
comes some discernment. I'm sorry, go ahead.
you're
can I ask a
100%.
question?
You're right. Go ahead.
Question. So, to your scenario, Rhea, your man asks you, okay, hey, I want you to quit your job and I want us to move out here. Is he going to line up a job for you so you can have a job when you get out there? What does he want? What is the plan?
That would be the questions that I would ask in the after he says it. It wouldn't be my point is if my ex was to call me right now and say, "Hey, I got this crazy feeling. You need to leave that job right now. You don't need to be on site. You don't need to be at the facility. You need to not go in tomorrow." I'm going to question it. I'm going to ask questions. Well, what do you mean? Like, what did you feel like? There's a bomb threat? Like, what's going on? And then if it's
Mm-hmm.
like something, well, over time, I need you to leave that job because it's not, if we were still together, that job ain't right for you, then I would say, okay, well, let's talk about it. And it would take some time and I would hear what he had to say. And if he was being led the right way and he was like, you know, I got it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm
Can
going
I
to
ask
trust
you ladies a question?
1,000% sure that he's going to take care of it because he said he would. So I would let it be what it's going to be. And I know that if I'm trusting in my husband, who I'm actually physically married to, wearing a ring, if he
Mm-hmm.
says that God said let it go, I'm going to let it go and I'm going to trust God. And it is,
Okay,
I'm going
and
to trust him,
Can I ask y'all a
trusting God.
question,
what
ladies? Just real quick. Just
Yes.
real quick.
what happens if he can't? What happens if he can't do that? What
God's
you
going to
gonna
make
do?
a way. God's going to make a way. And I know for a fact because
What
I've been
happens
there,
if
done
he
that.
can?
God's going to make a way.
Hold on, hold
I
on, hold
understand.
on. Check me out. Check me
I
out. Check me out. Check me
understand.
out.
What happens if he can? But what happens if he can't?
No, 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 no. Matter of
God is
fact,
gonna make
this
a
is
way.
more or less for you, Keisha. But this is for
Oh
both of
God,
y'all. Let me ask this.
yeah.
Yes.
So, you have a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got one for me?
We gonna use it. We gonna use it in a scenario like this. You have a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's in another state.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all build up relationship, all that type of shit. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Y'all got kids. All
Okay.
right. He doesn't. So he decides, all right, we're gonna take the relationship even further. He
Okay.
moves.
Mm-hmm. Wait, he moves where I
Comes
am, or I move where he is. What
no,
is it?
he moves to you. He moves to
Okay.
you.
Uh-huh.
You like what you was talking about as far as like the job and all that type of shit. He leaves his
Mm-hmm.
job, you feel
Mm-hmm.
me, his comfortable life, his you feel me, his
Mm-hmm.
regular life to come there with
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he can't find a job for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
So now do you what is the end goal here? What is the end result here? Do you bash him? Do you leave him? Are you
Um,
staying? What are you gonna
no,
do?
to your point, I would make a suggestion to him. If we were trying to be together and he lived in a different state, I would advise him, be like, hey, I want you to come out here. I want, I have a child. You don't have a child. I would love for you to come live with me. We can live together. Cool. Okay, but don't move out here without a job.
So,
Secure a job before you
hold
come
on,
out here.
hold on. Okay, we'll go to your bullshit.
It's not
He
bullshit.
gets no.
It's
Listen to me. No, it's definitely bullshit. Because listen, he gets a job and he loses the fucking job when he gets there.
That's okay. That's all right if he loses his job.
No. He loses the job.
That's fine.
And again, he's trying to get a job. It takes, and in a year's time, he can't find a job.
That's okay.
Now what?
I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with handling the bills until he finds a new job. I'm content with that.
So what's the difference in him coming down?
The difference is that I don't want to be with someone who is illogical, who doesn't have a plan. Okay. If you want to be with me and you want to love on me, that's cool. Okay, that's fine. But be logical for both of our sakes.
That's illogical because the whole fact of it is a job didn't work?
No, what I'm saying is that he cannot help. Okay, he had a job secured. He came out here. He lost his job. That happens to a lot of people. That's happened to me. I've lost jobs. Okay, it happens to people. I'm not going to fault him for losing a job that he had. I'm not. But what I will fault him for is to being, I'm going to say it's stupid, for moving out here to move in with me and not have no job. That's dumb. That's idiotic. It's idiotic on his financial part because he's not financially stable. And it's stupid of me for allowing him, to letting him move in with me when he don't want to do it.
So you bash, so you're gonna bash that man.
I'm not bashing him. I'm not bashing him. What I'm saying is that we're adults, okay? We're adults. Everybody got to pay bills. Everybody got to do stuff, okay?
And you told him to come.
We both agreed that he would come.
You begged him to come. This is.
No, I didn't beg him. First of all, I don't beg people.
I don't beg no nigga.
I don't beg no. Thank you. I don't beg no nigga. I don't beg no nigga. I don't beg. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Cool. We mutually agreed that you would come out here. That's cool. Okay. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to advise you. Hey, I'm going to even help you find a job. I will search with you to find a job. Oh,
and if it doesn't work,
I will even apply for you. Here you go.
And if it doesn't work, then what?
Then I will tell him to stay at his job, keep his job until you find a new job. Do not move out.
If you're, first of all, if he's already there, how are you going to tell him to stay?
What are you talking about? What I'm saying is that I would advise him, do not come out here without a job.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying, because that's going to cause an argument, an unnecessary argument. And I'm saying an unnecessary argument.
Unnecessary argument?
Because it's one thing if you're with somebody and they lose their job. That happens in relationships all the time.
That's different.
Okay?
It is
different. That's a different scenario. That would be fucked up if I would be like, all right, you lost your job, I'm a fuck you. That's rude. I didn't do it. Okay?
But that's terrible.
That's terrible. That's horrible. But from a responsible adult who has a child that I have to take care of, and you as a grown-ass man, you're a grown-ass man, why would you
afford to feed you too?
Why the emphasis on the grown-ass man part?
I'm a grown-ass man, you're a grown-ass man. I'm not physically, if the roles were reversed and the man wanted me to move out there with him, cool, no problem. I'm a secure job. I'm a secure job for myself before I move out there. Case in point, my ex-boyfriend from college, Matt, he wanted me to move to California. He wanted me to quit my job. He wanted me to get rid of my apartment. He wanted me to move myself. I wasn't pregnant at the time. I didn't have Savannah. But he wanted me to uproot my life and move to California with him. He was only going to be out there for 3 months. Okay? And he was, get over here. I was like, no. Did he help me find a job? No. Did I want to necessarily move out there? No. Okay? So if I really, really was like trying to do it, yeah, I probably could have found a job and moved out there. Cool. But I had security where I was at. Okay? And so my point about men is that sometimes men will put women in situations and not think about or not assist them in helping them better their financial situation or better their life. They just put them in a situation and be like, hey, here you go.
I
I'm
was
a
cool
support.
with all
I'm a
the
support.
other shit that you said until you went there. That's
No,
crazy.
what I'm saying is that in that scenario, if I really wanted to move out there, I would have secured a job, would have found a job before I moved. Okay, I wouldn't have been impatient. I would have,
Okay.
I would have then moved if I wanted to do that. Okay, but I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
We were, okay, that's what I'm saying. So to
Okay.
your scenario, and I would think that as a man, you would be okay. Like you would be like, man, she really looking out for me. She don't want to be. She don't want me to be destitute. Okay, because I think you're coming in from a perspective like, okay, well, I'm moving out there. She's not going to take care of me. That's not true. Okay, but if I see you're working hard, or if I see that
I don't.
you're
Well,
trying,
me personally, I'm not. I'm not a guy that thinks about a woman taking care of me. You feel me? Because of the
that's
fact
the thing.
of
I'm not above
like,
taking care of my man. Like financially,
no,
I'm
no,
not.
no, no. No, I'm saying the reason why I'm saying this is because I had to grow up a different way. So I'm just saying like I didn't have the sheltered thought process.
Mm-hmm,
Mommy was not there.
mm-hmm,
You feel me? Grandma got sick, so you feel me? Everything figured out had to be figured out. Even
mm-hmm,
now, to this day, you
Everything
feel
figured
me?
out had to be
As
figured out.
30,
I like that.
as 31, you feel me? I'm still figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta draw the blueprints, you feel me? You gotta get the area so you can start to figure it all out. And that's what it is. You know,
yeah,
fumbles happen, all that type of shit. But no, I like I said, to that whole situation, I'm not
mm-hmm.
one of those guys. Like it, you feel me? And just the fact that thinking about that shit, like it's a lot of female. Like I said, I agree with what you said. It's a lot of females though, you feel me, that are illogical. You feel me? And men that are illogical. You feel me? Like they're not, you feel me? And
They're not thinking
then when the blame game comes on, niggas don't want to take, you feel me, their fault or
responsibility,
part in the
and
situation.
it's on both parts. It's not just women, and I mean it's not just men. It's also women. Like
For
it's a
sure.
it's a
For
two-way
sure.
street. So that's
For
all I'm
sure.
saying.
But
Yeah,
I don't want niggas to get on my ass and be like, oh yeah, he go again hating the women. No, it's not that. But you feel me? I know. You feel me? In that specific situation, I know a man that's taking his lick with a situation like that. But the woman she got it's two different situations, and these women got they fucking tippy toes on a nigga nuts right now.
and
So
Not
that's
just tippy
really that's
toes.
something that I don't agree with. So like if you're in a relationship with somebody and they down and out, they I mean even if they were up or even if they weren't that up and they down and out, I don't agree with women over here berating a man or tearing him down. Like at that point, you need to build him up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just wrong. That's just rude.
for
Because
sure.
you could be in the same situation. Just as a human being, you could be in a financial strait or down and out or struggling. I don't agree with women bashing their man when they are under financial I think that women need to step up to the plate and hold their own. It's a team effort. It's a conversation these days. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's all
For
I'm saying.
sure. For
I'm just
sure.
saying that people, as grown individuals, you guys have to be responsible. You have to have conversations, and you have to make logical decisions. When you're younger, you be
Communication is
making
everything.
yeah, but when you're older, you make better decisions. Okay, and so I mean, if a
Age got
man was
nothing
like,
to
"Yeah,
do with fucking bullshit.
I'm gonna move across country to be with you," do you have a job? Don't come over here. If you don't have no job because I'm not taking care of you. Not like that. If we were already together and you lost your job,
Or
that's
source of
okay.
income.
That's one
Source of
thing.
income. Source of
That's one
income.
thing. But if we weren't together, you need to. I'm not taking care of you. Okay, that's
And
not.
I'm gonna
That's
go
not
That's
really.
second.
tough.
If I just met somebody and we've never lived together, we don't know each other like that, and you
Right.
want to come live with me, you gotta have a source of income. That's.
Thank you.
But if I've known you, I love you, we love each other. I don't care. You lost your job, things changed. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna take care of all the bills. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
That
If I
part.
gotta get a second job until you get a job, I gotta do what I gotta do.
That part.
Or for me, it may
That
be a third
part.
job because I already have a second job.
There you
But
go.
if I had to get a third job, I'm gonna do what
Raya,
I gotta do.
Rhea, we agree. We agree,
Yeah,
girl.
we agree.
We
We
agree.
agree. But
We agree.
if I don't love you and I like you and you just coming across from wherever and you don't have a source of income,
You're
that's
not
gonna
living
be a
with me.
problem for me because now I gotta be strapped even tighter than what I already am to feed you and to pay my light bill while I'm at work all day long and you at my house running up my air, my TV, my internet, like all the things. You're running up my bills. You at the house
Right.
and you can't contribute. So my thing
Um,
is
um,
if you got
some,
something you can help pay the bills until you get a job, we good. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
don't care if it's $20, $30, $40, $50, whatever. Just be able to contribute each month until you get a job.
Someone made a comment.
Now,
Yen Ruba was like, "But you want a man to take care of you, sir? I think you're a sir. I don't want a man to take care of me. So
no comment.
I'm okay with taking care of myself. If a man wants to take care of me, that's
I
cool.
am okay.
But I
Okay,
can take care of
to
myself.
that, I am okay taking care of myself. Do I want to take care of myself by myself? No,
I will
I
say
don't.
that I like making my
I
own
don't.
money. I want to have to ask a man for money,
I
and I don't
can't.
ask men for money. I don't.
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
ask
don't
no
ask no
man for
man for
no
no
money.
money, but at the
I
same
don't.
time, do I want to do it by myself? No.
Do I want to do it by myself? Not necessarily.
Nigga,
No.
no. Nigga,
Will
no.
I do it by
Would I
myself?
love to find a man that we can work together? You can work, I can work. 20 years.
Yes.
Let's work together, and
That's
then you make
cool.
enough to where I don't have to work anymore. You gonna come
No,
home to a
I
clean
think
house and a fully cooked meal
I'm not.
every
No,
day.
I think
Every day.
I will always work and make money because I like having my own money. I really don't want to ask.
So my thing is if you work and you make it enough for both of us, whatever you allot me, I'm gonna put it to the side. I'm gonna save, and then you're gonna still pay for me to get my nails and things done.
No,
But
what I'm saying there,
I'm gonna make my own money.
and maybe it's because of my job. Or not. I'm not even talking about my own personal situation, but my job. I speak to a lot of different people, so I just hear a lot of different scenarios where women are in that type of situation, and they
Well,
just
that's one thing. That's one thing I say that my grandmother taught me. I'll never be in a situation to where if I had to get up and leave, I wouldn't have the means to do it. I would have the means to always get up and go if I had to on my own with my
But
money
some
that
women,
I got
a lot of
stashed
women don't.
inside
A
that
lot of
nobody
women
knows
don't.
about. Hmm?
A lot of women do not
They
have those
don't, but
means.
I am not one of them. I was raised by my grandmother, and she was born in 1939. So trust and believe, I ain't got time. I'm gonna always have me a dollar to the side somewhere.
And that's all I'm saying. I just think that
Always.
on both parties, men and women, they should just have that
I got
mentality.
me a nest egg. If I gotta pay for, I
Yeah,
gotta pay rent somewhere, or even
yeah.
a
Because you
hotel
never
room for
know.
3 months, 6 months. I got it.
You
It's
never know.
cool.
Not that
It's
the
cool.
relationship will end or whatever, but the person could die.
No, and some,
They
you
could
know
die.
what, Keisha, for real, I
Hmm.
had married friends that disagreed with me having secret money to the side. Like they were like, "You
Really?
shouldn't do that. That's your husband," and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, but if I had to rent a U-Haul, pack my crap when he went to work, and have a place to go, I have to
Yeah.
have that. And they thought
Yeah.
I had several friends that thought I was wrong for even no,
Mm.
not even say friends. One friend, family member, and family members that thought that I was wrong because I had a secret account that he didn't know
Mm.
about. It wasn't even a
Mm.
secret. It was just an account. And the crazy thing was I had it throughout,
Mm-hmm.
the years, not the whole marriage, but throughout the years. And if we came short on the light bill, I could come through with it. And he's like, "You always come through. How you come through?" And I was like, "I was able to move some money around, but I had money put aside. It wasn't a lot. Maybe back then it was like $400, $500 I had put to the side just in case we came into
Just in
something
case.
hard. But then
Yeah.
as I got older and the marriage progressed, I was able to save more. Now it's like to the point where if I gotta go now, I'm on my own. But if I was with someone and they were paying the bills and I had to go, I can sustain myself for some
That's
months, not a
and that's
year or some change
yeah.
because of
That's all
what I
I'm
got
saying.
saved. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what
Yeah.
my grandmother taught me. But I had people that told me that I was wrong for that. That's one thing I never
Yeah.
agreed with.
Some women think it's wrong to have those, and it doesn't have to be a secret account. It's like conversation. Like if you with somebody, y'all have like a joint account where you share the bill.
No,
Like
mine
there's
had
an
to be
account.
secret Because if he knew I
Oh,
had it, he would find somewhere to put the money. Like, oh, we need
oh,
4 tires in all 3 vehicles. Let's go get four
oh,
tires right now for all 3 vehicles. No, sir.
oh.
The tires are
Okay,
good.
you
We're
know what?
good.
I understand that because you know your husband. You know your husband, but
I knew
for
him.
me,
He would find
right,
somewhere. It was always
right,
practical. It wasn't like, let's go spend it on the trip or this, that, and the third. It was
right,
always, we need to get
right,
a new stove or we need to put tires in the car. Like,
right,
and it wasn't absolutely necessary. So
right.
I didn't say it. I didn't say nothing. I
No, no, I understand
kept
that.
a
I
few
can totally
dollars
under.
to the
I can,
side just
you know
in
your
case.
husband, and I could totally understand that. But for me, I guess I would be a little bit more transparent. I would be like, hey, we got this account here to put money in to pay bills. You got your own account over there for your personal use. I have my own personal account over here. You don't need to know how much they got in here. I don't need to know how much money you got in your personal
I
account.
just kind of feel like if they know that it's there, now men, correct me if I'm wrong. If you know that it's there, would you be a little more reckless if you knew your wife had 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, $6,000 to the side? Would you be a little more reckless with your money if you knew that if you came up short with the light bill, she had it?
No, because I know my grandmother told me a woman is always going to be prepared on the end.
Oh, so your grandma told you the same thing my grandma told
So
me.
my grandmother and my foster parents, my first set of foster parents told me that same shit. My foster mother
Make sure you
told me that
got
shit
it.
in first grade. She like I remember we was trying to hit the ice cream truck and shit, and niggas couldn't find my fucking somehow couldn't find my allowance thing. My foster mother, she like, hold on, give me 1 second, and she had the little stash, and she told me she like always know that a woman's always gonna have this.
Mm-hmm.
And she explained it to me and shit. I sat there, ate my ice cream. She explained it to me and shit. And I was like, oh, all right. So I've always had that type of mindset. Like I don't like females my age. You're not gonna hear
Mm-hmm.
that. They don't got that. They live in
Mm-hmm.
check to check. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different thing because again, certain grandma not there no more. Grandma is fucking 40 now. So you feel what I'm saying? It's a different mindset. But no, to answer the question again, like no, I'm expecting it. So yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
I think to Ray's point, like some people like to about when they get offended when we say things like that, because I don't know. I don't know, like why is that offensive? Like, what's wrong with having money on the side?
Can I ask y'all a question? If you have a separate account from your husband,
Mm-hmm.
and God forbid you die, does he have
Mm-hmm.
access to that account?
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yes, he does.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, he
How?
does.
Because I
How?
wrote it down already. It's like I literally have a written. I have a
Yeah.
written will. Like I have
That's
a
where
written.
that's where the
There
trust
were.
comes in. That's where the communication
So
comes
he
in.
gets you $1,300.
Yeah, he can get $1,300 because I'm dead. I'm
Yeah.
dead. What can I
Yeah,
do with it?
$1,300. He can know about it. But what I
Yeah.
got to the side ain't. It's a little more than that, but not a whole lot. It ain't.
What
I ain't rich now. But I'm
what am I gonna
saying.
do with the money? I'm dead.
Yeah. So for me, my oldest children know that I have a secret, not a secret, but I have another situation to where all the things that I want, where it's gonna, because I'm too young to have an actual. I'm actually never too young to have an actual will written out, but too young to have an actual will written out. So I
No.
have something somewhere stashed away, and my kids know where to find it. They know where it's at. They know what it says in it, and everything is laid out piece by piece. And you know,
You're not too young to have a will. Everyone should have a will.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not too young, but I am, but I'm not. But I'm not too young.
I
Nobody's too young.
I have a
Nobody's too
will.
young to have a. Nobody's too young to have a will.
I have a
But
will.
I don't have an actual signed document. But I do have something that is written out by me that says this is where this is, this is where that is, and hey, I got a few dollars over here. Uh, Make sure your dad knows where it's at, type thing. Um, my oldest 2 sons know where to find it. But nah,
I think
I don't
everyone
care
should.
about when I'm gone.
Mhm.
Please split it up amongst my children and make sure that they, even
So
my baby daddy, make sure you taken care of too. Everybody, you do what you
I,
gotta
I
do.
To your point, this is off topic. It's not off topic, but it's on topic as well. I just think, and I think Black people, we don't do this very well, and I think we should do it better. I think we should have estate planning. You know, like you should have a will. You can have a living will, a living trust, and an executor. You should choose somebody to execute your plans in the event that you pass away. A lot of people do that, and
I
So the
so
have
black
all that.
families now is bullshit.
I'm about to
That's
say I
why.
have all that through my employer and all the things where
yeah,
everything somebody's designated to do all that. I just don't have an actual living will set up yet.
okay,
But
yeah.
that's just
So, but a
something
lot
I
of Black
got to
people
put
don't,
off.
and a lot of people they just doing GoFundmes, and
Because we're
then
gonna live forever. What do you mean?
they just do GoFundMe. Oh, we gotta do a GoFundMe. Like what? No.
Nah, I'm
I
I'm actually
prefer.
set up so if something happened to me tomorrow, nobody would
Yeah,
have to come in my pocket.
yeah. Like
I'm
I
good
just
to
remember
go.
my grandfather when he like died, he had everything set up. He wasn't even my grandfather. But I consider him my grandfather. He was my aunt's father. They had my mother and my aunt. So
When my father passed away, I had to make a lot of decisions. I thank God for my mom, which is my stepmom, which is
mhm,
Kurt's mother.
Mhm.
I thank God for her because she helped me with a lot. Even though my mother was still married, my biological mother was still married to my father. I was left with all the decisions, and I was able to go to my mom, which is I call her my second mom, which is my stepmom. I was able to go to her
mhm,
and she helped me make a lot of decisions, and that put me in that mindset to where I don't want to do that to my children. I don't want them to
right.
be left with any questions. So
Yeah,
I started to write down a lot of things and put a lot of things in writing, and then I have all my beneficiaries separated out from my oldest children, whatever, separated, whoever gets this get that. And then my burial situation is in a separate bank account, so that's all written out. My children know where
yeah.
to find it.
And
And the only
that's
thing I
awesome.
don't have, like I say, is the
Let me,
will.
yeah.
Right. And there won't be no questions asked if I have to go, or when I go, there'll be no questions
And
asked.
I think that's very smart. I think a lot of people need to do that. A lot of people don't do that, and I think that's something that people. When I say people, I mean people, because I see it all the time. If somebody dies and then GoFundMe, you know, like when you die, your funeral should be if you want a funeral, like that should be planned out. It should be paid for if you need to be buried.
Yeah,
A lot of
ain't
people
nothing planned
cremate.
out. It's just paid for.
Right, right. It's paid for.
The funds are there, but
Has been paid for. You know, I just was really impressed with my grandfather. I was so impressed with him because I could like my aunt didn't have to do anything. Like he had everything planned out. He had his plot picked out. It was paid for. He wanted he knew exactly what he wanted for his funeral, where he wanted the ceremony to be. My aunt didn't
he
have to
only
pay.
had one child.
Yes, with my grandma. My grandma was a little bit of a Rolling Stone. She had like she was out there.
It's
But
usually
with
the
Oh,
him,
grandfather
that's
was a Rolling
crazy. Hold on,
Stone.
hold on, hold on,
with
hold on, hold on.
him,
That's crazy.
but
It's
with
usually
him,
Pop Pop that's the Rolling Stone.
but
But
with
okay,
him,
Feel
he
me?
only had.
Speaking of rolling,
Uh-huh.
this has been another great
that part.
episode
She's sleepy.
of the What They Want podcast.
Sleepy.
Um,
I'm sleepy.
I've been drinking. I should be sleeping.
She been drinking.
I've been drinking.
Sorry,
Go ahead,
Snake.
Raya.
Keep going.
y'all done? Y'all finish it? Y'all
Yeah,
done?
we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done.
We done.
Okay. Well, this has been another dope ass, exciting ass episode of the What They Want podcast. Um, one quick shout out to my big brother. I was supposed to do it in the first part of the episode. But happy birthday to my big brother Tay.
Oh,
Um,
happy birthday, Ted.
and I love you, bro. I'll be to see you soon. Um, shout out to all the Virgos. We up this month. You feel me? Um,
Like, when is your birthday?
the 22nd. Um, so yeah. Shout out Big John as well. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, bro? We love you. We know you
Love you,
sleep.
big one.
Um,
Oh, yeah, he used to sleep.
Appreciate the gang, everybody for sliding in, coming back, being here, holding it down. Appreciate you guys. You know, as he does with his greatness, you know, Crank Lucas, we appreciate you coming through, always blessing us. You
Yes,
feel
sir.
me? With the knowledge, you feel me? And powerful, you feel
With the things.
Frank has an album coming. He has an album out. Go listen to it.
And it's only you. You feel what I'm saying? We highly appreciate that shit. Ladies,
Go ahead, Ray.
All right. Same thing I say every week. Love you guys. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate Big John, Keisha, Crank, Slick. Thank you for all the things. Um, you guys are awesome. You've become family. You get on my nerves weekly.
Oh.
You do. You do. But I love all of you. I promise I do. The only one that doesn't get on my nerves is Big John. So shout out to Big John. You ain't never got on my nerves yet. But I know it's coming. But I love you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. And thank you for all the people that tuned in to listen to our nonsense and our rant and our raves and seeing me cry and the tears that I didn't cry this week that you didn't see because my camera was faced up there. All the things. Appreciate you all. Like, you guys are the greatest.
Oh, thank you, Ray.
You're welcome, love.
And for me, thanks for stopping by to the podcast and just follow us. Follow What's in the Podcast. Follow Crank. Follow Slick. Follow John because he has a new page. We need to get his follower count up, right? And follow Raya. And just yeah, thank you. And we love you. And yeah, I'm done. I'm a
You have all the people.
baby girl. So,
Crank Lucas.
Right on.
Frank Lucas.
Appreciate y'all having me on. My Time album out now. All streaming platforms. Make sure y'all check that out.
and your
Right
book,
now.
Frank, and your book. Your book.
The Metaphor Dictionary will be out shortly.
And that you love us.
And I love everybody on here.
That part. Okay. We love you too.
Love.
Oh, and my birthday's coming up in May.
What?
I was gotta be confused. I'm like, didn't we already celebrate that shit? All right.
I was confused. What? Okay. All right.
Hey man.
Y'all love me. Y'all love me. Y'all love me.
We do.
Appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, I shall return. We're gonna do as of right now, as I'm looking at my schedule, I'm gonna do Friday. I'm gonna give y'all another episode. I don't know if the gang's coming, but I know for sure I'll be here. Again, I apologize for all of the technical difficulties and the craziness of last week. So still giving y'all what y'all want, man. I appreciate all the new steppers, all the old steppers, everybody in the herd. We love you. I love you. If ain't nobody tell you that they love you today, dig me. Tap in, cop some of this Elefante merch. You know what I'm saying? You really want to be heavy with this stepping shit. I'm about to have these sweatsuits starting to get manufactured. Because it's definitely about to get cold on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's it. That's all, though. Y'all have a great night. We love y'all. Go hump something. Go sip something. Go smoke something. Listen to some great music. Whatever you got to do. But just remember, we told you to do it. Because it's the What They Want podcast, man. We'll catch y'all later, man. We out.
Good night, guys.